Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Steve and today is another episode of the ABCs with Mr. Steve. Our letter of the day, it's orange and it's right over my shoulder. Do you see it? What letter is that? That's the letter V. Right. If you put up two fingers, you can make a letter V with your hand. Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to read a story. We're going to do a little show and tell. We're going to do a fun activity. I hope you're ready. As you probably remember, we do like to start off with the container of surprises. Inside this container, there are all sorts of things that start with the letter V. Words that start with V sound like V in the beginning. So let's see what we have going on here. We have, it's a kind of vehicle. It's a van. Van starts with V. Van. And there goes the van. I bet some of you have a van at home that you go in. What's our next one? Let's see. Oh, look at this. It's a volcano. Volcanoes, they are really hot. And then they explode lava. We don't have any volcanoes near us here in Massachusetts, but some places they have volcanoes and they have to be careful in case it erupts, but nowhere near us, so we don't have to worry about that. Volcano starts with V. What is next? Oh, next this is a kind of shirt or coat. It's a vest. Vest. So a vest is like a shirt that doesn't have sleeves, that has buttons on it or a zipper. You just put your arms through and you're wearing a vest. Vest starts with V. What else do we have? Oh, this is a video camera. Okay. I'm going to take a video of you. Can you smile for me? Okay, do something really silly. No, really, really silly. Do something really, really silly. I want to get it on video. Ready? Go. That was awesome. I can't wait to see that again. Let me see. I'm going to watch it on the video. Did you really do that? I can't believe it. That was silly. Well, that's a video recorder. And then we have one more thing. This is a vase. Now, this is a really small vase. Normally, vases are bigger. And what do we put in vases? Yeah, flowers. A lot of times we put flowers in vases. So imagine some flowers coming out. And we have to be very careful around vases because they're usually very breakable, and we don't want to break the vase. Yeah, so those are some things that start with the letter V. What we're going to do right now is spell our word of the day on the board. Now, our word today is a really, really long word, but we have a short way that we can spell it that means the same thing. So we're going to spell it the short way. V-E-T. And that spells vet. That's the short word, vet. Do you know what the long, real word is for a vet? It has a lot of letters. It is veterinarian. Veterinarian. Can you say that? Veterinarian. Yes, that's a really long word. But we're lucky because if we say vet, it means the same thing, and it's much easier to spell. V-E-T. Do you know of any vets that you see on TV or in books? I'm thinking of one. She's a vet that likes to fix stuffed animals. Do you know who it is yet? Doc McStuffins. We're going to read a story called Dad's Favorite Toy. The McStuffins' attic is crammed with dusty boxes, so Doc and Donnie are helping Dad clean up. Donnie pulls some toys out of the boxes. "This is my favorite toy ever," Dad shouts. "Kids, meet Saltwater Surge and his trusty sidekick Wellington Whale. They are always in motion to save the ocean," Dad says with his best French accent. Dad fills Wellington's spout up with water and presses the button on the whale's back. But saltwater Surge doesn't go anywhere. Dad presses the button again. This time, Surge pops off and falls onto the floor. "Don't worry," Doc tells her dad. "I'm sure I can fix him up." Doc carries Dad's toys to the clinic. Her stethoscope glows and all of the toys come to life. "Saltwater Surge, Wellington Whale, I'm Doc McStuffins and this is everyone," Doc says. "Bonjour and hello," Saltwater Surge replies. "It is my pleasure to meet you all." Saltwater Surge hops onto Wellington's back but falls off again. "Looks like you could use a cuddle," says Lammy. "No, no, no," Surge protests. "Saltwater Surge does not like the cuddles." Surge stretches his legs and strolls through the clinic. "It feels so good to walk around. Wellington and I have been in the attic for a very long time. They used to belong to my dad," Doc tells all the other toys. "Dad? Who is this?" Serge asked. "Our kid had the name Marcus. I miss him." "My dad's name is Marcus," says Doc. "He was just talking about how much he would love to play with you both." "Serge and Marcus together again? Can this be true?" Serge wonders. "Because we are always in motion to save the ocean." Serge tries jumping onto Wellington's back. Spring! But he falls to the floor with a thud. "Oh, Wellington, what will come of us?" Serge cries. "Serge, we can fix this up," Doc assures the ocean explorer, picking him up. "We'll start with a checkup." "Doc, I am in your hands, literally," says Serge. Doc checks Serge's eyes and ears. Then she checks Wellington's reflexes. After her examination, Doc has a diagnosis. Serge and Wellington have worn button ptosis. "I'll bet it's because Dad played with you so much," Doc adds. That's the sign of a well-loved toy. Doc needs to perform button replacement surgery. She uses her tweezers to remove the worn button. Then she uses her microscope to find the perfect replacement button. Serge hops on to try a wild whale jump. Doc pushes the new button and Serge does a perfect flip and lands safely right on Wellington's back. "Now we can play with Marcus," says Serge. It's hard to say in French. Says Serge excitedly. "There is nothing greater than the love between a boy and his toy." "Doc, your dad's kind of a grown-up now," Lammy says. "Do you think he'll still want to play with Saltwater Serge?" "I think he'll always love Serge no matter what," Doc tells Lamby. "And I know how to make sure Serge still gets played with by a kid." Lammy is so happy for Serge that she can't control her cuddles. She rushes over and squeezes him tightly. "I forgot the cuddles feel so good," says Serge. Doc scoops up the toys and rushes out to the yard. "Dad!" Doc calls. "I have a surprise for you." She pulls Saltwater Serge and Wellington Whale from behind her back. "Wow," said Dad. "They look like new." Dad presses the button on Wellington's back. Serge performs a superb somersault. "Wild whale jumps! You fixed them, Doc," said Dad. "That is awesome," says Donnie. "Hey, Dad, if you're not going to play with Serge and Wellington so much, I have an idea." Doc pointed to Donnie. Dad thinks Doc's idea is fantastic. "Serge and Wellington are yours now," Dad tells Donnie. "And remember what Saltwater Serge always says," Doc says to her brother. "Always in motion to save the ocean." And that's the end of that story. You did a great job listening. Now, if you know Doc McStuffins and if you've read some of her stories or watched some of her videos, you probably are like me and have had lots of practice to be good veterinarians. I have been practicing too, and I wanted to show you all the work that I've been doing. We have a friend that needs a little help, and so I'm going to put on my doc outfit and get my doc bag, and I am going to get ready to help this poor stuffed animal in need. When you're a veterinarian, it's good to wear a nice veterinarian scrub kind of shirt, and then you want to wear some protective equipment too. So I want to make sure my hair doesn't get in the way, so I'm going to cover that up. And then I'll put on my mask, and then gloves too. This is an important starting point. All right, so as you see, this is Biscuit. Biscuit's been having some issues, and we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. Do you know Biscuit from the stories? Yeah, Biscuit has some pretty good stories. We have lots of them at the library. All right. So I have some things here. I've got, of course, Biscuit. You need your patient, so make sure you have a patient. And then I have this doc bag that has all of the different tools that we'll need. I'll open that up. I also got some bandages. All right. So Biscuit, what's wrong? Okay. Biscuit's just not been feeling well. We don't exactly know why yet, so that's why it's important to have your different tools. All right, let's see. Oh, hold on. Doc has a question for you, Biscuit.
Your heartbeat sounds strong.
Oh, good. Your heartbeat sounds strong, she says.
Hi there, I'm Doc.
I'm Doc, too. Anything else, Doc? That's the exciting part about this, is because you can push the button. You never know what Doc's going to say or do.
You're a great patient.
Yeah, you are doing a great job. All right.
How are you feeling?
All right. Whoops. All right, so I'm going to just try this here. Yeah. Okay. Then take a deep breath in. It's important to really examine the entire patient just to make sure that you're not going to miss anything. All right, your heartbeat sounds great. And your lungs sound good too. Okay, so that's good.
Your heartbeat sounds strong.
That's what I just said. All right, so I'll put that here. Let's take a look in your ears. It's got some wax. You might want to take care of that. Have you been flushing at home? You might want to get some of those drops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. It must be itchy, too. Are you scratching there a lot? Yeah. All right, let me look in your eyes. Okay, that looks clear. Yep. Okay, follow my finger, doggy. Oh, yeah, good job. And now open up. Say, ah. All right, good. So far, so good. So have you been eating? Okay, so where's your stomach hurt? Okay, tell me does this hurt here? Does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? Tell me if it hurts anywhere. Oh, right there. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh. Did you happen to eat some mud, Biscuit? Okay. All right, so as you practice being a vet, you'll get to see some of the same things over and over again. I should have thought of this earlier, but it's still important to do a complete examination. Now, it appears that Biscuit ate a lot of mud, and he's not the first dog that's come in here that's eaten a lot of mud. We're not supposed to eat mud, Biscuit. Okay? Did you know that? Okay. Well, you're not supposed to eat mud, and it's going to make you sick. So we just have to wait for a little while We'll drink lots of water, and then you'll feel better, okay? Is that okay with you? Okay. Well, just to be safe, I just wanted to take your temperature too. All right, open up. A lot of times it's just waiting. All right, let's see. Yep, that looks good. Perfect for the doggy. Okay, that's good. Was there any other issues that you had? Oh, my goodness. What happened to your paw? You got a little cut when you were playing out in the woods? Okay. Well, you know, I'll get a Band-Aid. All right, it's important to make sure that you keep this covered, okay? Don't take this off until, well, you can leave it for a couple days. You can talk to your mom about that. She'll know. All right. Good as new. So remember, this is what you have to do. Drink lots of water and also keep this Band-Aid on, and you'll be as good as new in a couple days. Okay? Okay, great. Well, I hope that you, boys and girls, find some stuffed animals around your house, and you can also learn how to be a vet, like I'm learning. Well, that's the end of today's Letter V episode of the ABCs with Mr. Steve. I hope you had lots of fun. I look forward to seeing you again soon. In the meantime, happy reading.